Hey, it's David back on BreezeFlippers, back in my shipping room, laundry room. There's no laundry going on right now, but there was earlier. It was quite a sight to see. Hey, it's been an okay week this week. We've actually had some decent sales. Now, we've had a few big sales, which have really helped, and not going to complain about those. Some nice comic sales. Sold something that I didn't think I'd ever sell any. Haven't sold one. We'll talk about bad buys, and we'll talk about some things that are coming up. So let's get into it. First of all, it's been a topsy-turvy week, right? We've seen some crazy stuff going on in the economy. Stocks are tanked. It is what it is. This isn't about politics at all. Matter of fact, I'm hopeful that the things that are happening in the economy are probably going to help some of us resellers. I think the secondary market's probably going to start exploding pretty soon because people don't want to buy new. So maybe that's going to help us. Keep fingers crossed and hope it is. Don't look at your 401k. It really depress you. So I'm going to have to work a while to get mine back up to where it was. But hey, that's what it is. In the business world, this is things that happen. But we had a good week this week in our business, and I'm not going to complain. We've had some decent sales, a lot better than it had been the past few weeks. So I don't know what changed, to be honest with you, but made a couple really good sales. And I sold something that I never thought I'd ever sell. So we'll take a look at that too. So let's get into what we sold here first. But I'll go back and kind of talk about what sold earlier this week. I can't remember if I said on Wednesday. I'll pop them up there just in case, but I know we sold a national semiconductor mathematician vintage calculator that actually went to Slovakia, and I couldn't say it. I remember now. I actually did already talk about that. Also, that same day later, we sold a Spencer exposed wood train and tender from Thomas the Train. Sold it for $7. We got $5.99 shipping for that. And then the big sale that came that night. Now, I'll tell you this one. I'll pop it up on the screen. We went back and forth on it. It was a tough one. I'll be totally honest with you. I debated about selling this because it's some of my prized possessions, but I did end up selling my Deadpool Circle Chase 1 through 4. It was a CGC rated 9.6. It was one of my collections that was on my wall. So if you've ever seen my wall in my office, it was up there. Now, why did I sell it? Well, one, I'm a reseller. That's what we do. I had these graded a while back, and with the intent that eventually everything would be sold, right? Or I would sell it so that I can grade more. I mean, that's the whole intent of this, right? I love the comics. I love the art. I love reading them. I love doing all that stuff. But I want to grade them, get the most money out of them, and then buy new. So my goal was, in the back of my mind was, well, these are all 9.6s, which is nothing to sneeze at. It's a very hard grade to get on that comic. And the reason why is because it's an embossed cover. So it actually pokes up in different places, so you can't press it. And it's black. The first one, number one, is black, and it's really hard to get a good grade because little imperfections show up, and it had a little imperfection that I didn't see it. So it got 9.6. Also, the other ones, all being embossed, also got 9.6s. Nothing to sneeze at. That's not that bad. Ended up getting, well, I got an offer, sent 250, and I was like, I can't take that. I just, I'll keep it before I sell it for that. And I think I had, if I look at the total amount of what it costs to grade them and buy the comics raw, I had maybe $100 in them. That's with everything. It didn't cost that much to grade the 2, 3, and 4. It costs more to grade number 1 because I sent it through a comic book store. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, it costs a little bit more. So I think I was into, maybe it was closer probably to $120. But ended up taking, I sent them back an offer for $325, so that's the best I can do. They sent it back, sent me $285. I said, no, I'd rather just keep it for under $300. So I said, my final offer is $315, and that was it. They said all they could afford was $285, and I said, well, I understand. Basically, I said, save up. When you can buy them, they may still be here. But that was a good price. And looking at them, I was the only person on eBay that had all 4 for sale. So maybe I could have gotten more. I had $399 on it at one time. Maybe I could have gotten more, but I went ahead and took the $315. They sent me the deal and they took it. So that went out with free shipping. But yeah, so after fees and everything though, let me tell you what. Okay, this is not complaining because I'm going to tell you this is part of the business, but I want people to know when you make a big sale like that, $315, it ended up taking in $344 with tax after fees. Transaction fees were right around $38. So yeah, so by the time I shipped it, now shipping wasn't that bad. It was about I think it was about $13 to ship it, and that's with $350 insurance. Ended up getting about, I think at the end I made 250 on it. Not going to complain. So like I said, it is one of those things. You do give a little every once in a while, but you hope that in the end you get more, right? So I was able to take that. I'm able to go buy more and get more graded, and that's the whole game as a collector. So I was very happy though. And it went to a guy who was really, really a big collector, and he loves Deadpool, and it made me really happy. So I was happy to send that out. So I also sold another one of those vintage English pewter plates. Ended up getting $20 for that. Took an offer on it. I got $8.99 shipping. Again, these were the interesting buy that I made at a garage sale about 2 years ago, and honestly never listed them. And the reason I never listed them was because I was nervous. I didn't know how to list them. I'll be honest with you. I just had no idea. So using my favorite little tool, I talked a little bit about this in the last episode that I did, our last show earlier this week. And thank you for all those that subscribed. We got a few subscribers out of that, and I really appreciate that. I showed ChatGPT. Actually ended up using ChatGPT to see if I could get any information on those markings that were on those pewter plates, and it did help. So I used that information, and that's what I actually went with. So ChatGPT is a great tool when you don't have a clue on what you're doing. I did it again today. I actually picked up something this weekend. It was a bag. I've never seen Hunter x Hunter. It's an anime, I guess. I saw the bag, couldn't find it anywhere on eBay. Shot it with ChatGPT. It came back, gave me a subscription, a total description, gave me the title, gave me everything I needed. Boom. So ChatGPT can help you. AI, it's not come to take our lunch money yet. So you're in good shape, okay? So anyway, use AI if you can. But I did sell that, and I was very happy that I've got those listed. I had 4 of them, and using ChatGPT, I was able to kind of get them pretty close. I even put on there, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not an expert, but so far, knock on wood, it's been good. So, all right, the next one I sold was John Denver, the Country Roads Collection CD set. So this was just a collection that I picked up earlier this year, or maybe it might have been earlier this year. I did that big media buy, and they had a ton of CDs. It was a veteran, and he was they were trying to help him sell his house, and he was just selling off everything. And I probably paid a little more than I probably should have, and I was trying to help out, but I knew that these collections would be good, and it turns out that I'm sorry, I keep hitting my microphone, guys. It turns out that it was. So actually ended up getting $18.99 for that. And it did go out with free shipping. But shipping only cost me less than, well, I think it was around $5. So medium mail makes it pretty cheap. All right, so now we get into the first part of the weekend, and I thought, what's it going to be this week? Well, we did. We sold another comic. This is a graded comic, and yeah, it's an interesting one. It's a 9.6. It's The Weekend Presents Starboy. This is Volume 1, Issue 1. It's a variant cover, and it's from 2018. I had never seen this before. So this comic was part of the comic buy that I did from the graded comics that I paid $400 for. I got 18 graded comics. Ended up being some other stuff in that bin, as well as comics that weren't graded. So I actually have some of those for sale as well. But this one actually went out, and I got $129 for it, and it has $12.99 shipping on it. So I did not do free shipping on this one. It was one of the ones I kind of just put up. I really didn't know what to expect on this. And it does have a little bit of wear on the back. I did clean it up and buffed it, but 9.6 CGC Starboy. So I thought that was kind of cool. So it was a good sale. I was very happy with it. The next thing we sold, if anybody that ever pays attention, you'd see, David, you've already sold this. Yes, I did sell it. Let me tell you what happened. I sent it UPS. The guy's address is correct. I didn't have any problems with the address. His address, he told me, was right, but UPS said they couldn't find the address and didn't deliver it. So it came back, and I just told him, I said, I was really sorry. I mean, what am I going to do, right? I'm not UPS. I don't know how to fix it. So it came back, and I said, look, it gets back, I'll relist it. and I will send it USPS this time. So it came back. I relisted it. He bought it again. So $18.99. It's got $7.99 shipping. I'm sending it USPS this time because I don't know why UPS can't find his address. Makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever, but I was just happy that he did want to buy it again. He seemed like, a nice guy. So this has been in our inventory for a very long time. Now, I will say inventory because bought this brand new at Justice. Anybody that knows the little girl store, Justice, brand new. It was my oldest daughter's, who's going to be 30 soon. So this has been in our inventory for a long time. Found it in the closet. We put it in there. Matter of fact, it had a number of like 610. So 610th hat that I put in my inventory. It's been in there forever. It's limited too. But yeah, finally sold. I many times almost donated it, thought about donating it, but ended up selling for $6.74, $4.99 shipping. I'm happy to see it go. It's just, nothing. It's nothing sentimental. It was just something that was in the girl's closet, and I thought, well, let's try to sell it. That's the kind of the thing we do as resellers, guys. We look at it and we go, hey, can we sell it? We've been doing that all weekend. We put a bunch of stuff in our booth, just stuff that we go, if we can't sell it somewhere else, or we're going to give it away, why not try to make a little bit of money for it, and you're not going to charge a whole bunch for it, because we're not trying to rake anybody over the coals. We just want it to go, as opposed to just giving it away. So why not? You can sell something. If you're going to give it away, then why not put it up, $5.99, $6.99, $7.99, sell it. If it's worth your time, then do it, So, but yeah, so I was happy to see some of these things go. We did sell another comic, Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. This is number 18. It's in good shape. This is a 12-cent comic, guys. It's pretty good. So, I have a bunch of these still. This is number 18. This is a 12-cent. Like I said, it's in pretty good shape. The color's good. It's got a little color fade right here. It's got a little foxing, but the edges are good. So a person that knows what they're doing could clean this up and probably get it graded and do really well. Ended up getting $14.24 for this, and I'm going to get $5.99 shipping. So that's going to be going out. Of course, we wouldn't be good if we didn't sell another hat. This one, I picked this one up at a garage sale. I don't think I paid very much for it at all, but I picked it up because I love the stripes on the side. This reminds me of the vintage old hats. If you can find these that have the 3 stripes on the side, these are generally very, very good hats. But this is an Under Armour hat. It's pretty new. I mean, it's not brand new, but it's in really good shape. So USA, these had pretty good sell-through rate, and they had a decent price on eBay. Matter of fact, I got $19 for that. I took an offer of $19. It was actually for sale for $24.99. And I'm getting $4.99 shipping for that. We also had another comic sale this weekend. This one's kind of cool. Betty and Veronica Summer Fun #1. It's the #1 comic. So here's a little thing. If you're buying comics and you like comics, sometimes, and not all the time, but sometimes the #1 issues are always good to get. #1s can be keys. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. This is a newer one though. This is Archie Comics. I mean, it's not new, but 1994. That's a little while back. Now I'm thinking about it. That's what? Is that 20 years ago? Woof, 25 years ago? 26? Oh my gosh. Whew, where does time go? 94. Where was I? I was in college, I think. Golly, yeah, I was in college. I was finishing up college. So anyway, 1994. But that one's going out. Actually sold again. Like I said, we got $15.33, $5.99 shipping for that. So yeah, don't sleep on some of those older ones, especially Archie. People love the Archie comics. And the auctions that I've been doing, I've sold a lot of those because people just like the old Archie comics because they were clean. There were some little innuendos and stuff in there sometimes, but they're for the most part pretty clean and they're great. All right, so let's talk about bad buys, right? Because this next sale is the worst buy I ever made. And I'm not going to say it's not the company's fault that I bought it from. And I couldn't even tell you what the name of the company is. I want to say it's Sports Specialties. I think it is. They're a good company. They have some cool stuff sometimes. And I'm a wholesale buyer. I had an opportunity to buy some stuff and I saw a great deal, which I thought was a great deal, on these little shot glasses because everybody I thought loved NASCAR. Well, I'm finding out that certain people love NASCAR. Not everybody loves NASCAR. Well, here's Jeff Gordon. Here's Kevin Harvick, I think, right? Kevin Harvick? Yeah, Kevin Harvick, and then this is Rusty Wallace, #2. So it was interesting because I thought, oh, what a great deal. I was picking these up for literally, I think my total cost was about 10 cents a piece. And they were selling them like, like I was buying 100 of them or whatever. I was like, I bought a whole case of them. I'll be honest with you guys. This is the first one I've sold. so bad buy number one. That was my first bad buy. I was just starting then. So I bought a bunch of stuff from Sports Specialties. I actually bought what they called a mystery box. And inside that mystery box, I paid about $149, I think, for the mystery box. And then I bought these extra on top of that. And I think these, the whole cases and everything cost me another $20. But I have finally sold most of the stuff out of the mystery box. It took 3-4 years. It was ridiculous. So anyway, these don't always sell. These are cool. I pulled all three of them out because I was going to show you. I mean, they are cool little shot glasses. Let's be honest. If you're a NASCAR fan, you probably would like this. Maybe the Jeff Gordon. There are probably more Jeff Gordon fans out there. But I mean, these are old guys now. These guys don't race anymore. So anyway, I think what I was going to do, just because I have so many, I'm probably going to just send him all three just because he bought one. He didn't pay much for them, guys. It was basically 99 cents for this one. That's how much I got him on sale. If you want shot glasses, go to my store and buy a bunch and I'll send you extra. I just don't need them. I don't know what to do with them. I think I'm going to take them to the booth. That's what I'm thinking about doing. And literally selling them for 99 cents there and see if people buy them. Because I guess there are some NASCAR fans that come there because talking to a guy today, he said he bought a big NASCAR diecast this weekend, all kinds of them in the box. He said they've already sold half of them in the booth. So I was like, that's cool. So like I said, got $9.99 shipping for that, $4.99. These aren't going to cost that much to ship. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to put all three in there and say, here you go. Anyway, I hope you like these other racers. I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. They're not hard to ship. I'll put them in a little 6x5x4 box and they'll be fine. So, but yeah, that's what's sold this week, guys. And, I'm happy to tell you, because I've been, kind of showing you what's been going on, how much, we've been doing. This month's starting out pretty good. I mean, yeah, okay, we're only on the 6th day. This is April 6th, right? So, but we're already like 76% ahead of where we were last year. So we're doing okay. So we're pulling up. But here's the problem, right? I'm going on little short trips this month. And this week I'm going to Augusta to the Masters. We're going to go see my daughter, actually, and my grandson and my son-in-law. But we get to go to the Masters. So I'm excited about that. So we're going to take a little short trip up there to see that. The next week, we have to go see my daughter in her play. And then the weekend after that, we were here. And then another week, we go to her graduation. So a lot going on in April. So sales are going to do the old, dolphin kind of wave and kind of go through things. So we're going to have to work really hard in between. But I do have a lot of auctions planned. I did some auctions last week. Did okay. A couple $100, $200 or $300 worth of comics. And, sold probably about 50 or 60 comics. So very happy, kind of moving them along right now. I'm going to be doing some more sales this week on Monday and Tuesday from Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, and Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. And that's on DibDit.com. Use BreezeFlips, and you can get $5 off your first purchase. But anyway, we're going to be doing some of those this week and, trying to get some things going. We got some cards that are going to be selling pretty soon. I'm really enjoying the online thing. I think it's more about, it's not so much the money that we're making, because we've been making pretty good money. We've actually looked at the money that we've made. We've made over $3,000 in sales, and we've only done about 21 auctions. So very, very happy with the number of auctions that we've had and what we've done. But it's been a great way to move some inventory, inventory that we buy specifically for it. Also some inventory that's been sitting in our bins for a while that, let's give someone else a chance and see if they like it. And we're not selling it for eBay money, but we're getting our money back, which is what's important. So again, I think the most important thing you can do is get your buy cost down. If you have your buy cost at a reasonable rate, you're going to probably do well with anything where you sell it. So if you don't mind moving it fast, again, it's back to the old, do you want the fast nickel or the slow dime, right? So a lot of these comics that I have and a lot of these, I'm okay with the slow dime because I know what the value of them are. But a lot of the comics that are worth, $2 to $5, I'm okay with getting $2 on them. I'm okay with getting a little bit less if I sell more or do a bundle. So we're going to be doing some fun things coming up on the auctions where I'm going to start off with saying, okay, here's the first two. I'm going to keep putting one on until you guys stop bidding, and I'm going to make a pile. So, we're going to sell some comics and get some things moved, because the whole point is I'm still finding more comics to buy. Bought some more this weekend. I got another guy that's a private buy that's trying to get me to buy some of theirs. So I have no problem buying them. It's just right now, it's just taking up a lot of storage space. So my wife would like her living room back. So anyway, if you get a chance to go to our store or take a look at some of the comics we have, I'll be listing a whole bunch more on there too. So take a look and see what we got. But there's a lot of fun stuff out there, and I've got some pretty cool ones and a lot of graded comics. So, and we're going to be getting some more graded here later this year. Probably be sending off I have about 50 to send off. So I'll probably send them off in 2 groups, and we'll see what we get back. But that's what's going on. We, let's see, we actually, like I said, we're up a little bit for this month. And then if I look at the overall for the quarter, this quarter, we've kind of bumped back up a little bit. So I think let's see, this quarter, same period last year, we started on the new quarter. So, so 546, I mean, we're at 76% over the quarter. So I guess it's the same quarter. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's the start of the month. So it's the same thing. So we're doing okay. But our average sale cost, average sale price is about $60, which is really high for us. So that's because we sold some big comics. Now, I didn't list these for the longest time, but I did list those ones that listing those ones that I bought, the $400 buy that I made. So I think some of those are going to sell, especially some of the G.I. Joe ones and stuff. So I think those are going to probably sell for sure. So it's going to be fun. We're going to see what happens. We're going to make April the best we can, even though we're not going to be a few weekends that we're going to be gone. But I do expect that we're going to, continue. I have a big sale that's ending tonight or tomorrow night at midnight or tonight. So I probably won't start another sale until next weekend. So I'll probably do that while we're gone. Start a sale and do something. And I'm probably going to, on this week, one of the things I'm going to talk about. So if you've been here this long, give you a little heads up. One of the things I'm going to talk about this week is how to use ChatGPT to create newsletters. So if you have a store subscription with eBay, you can do newsletters. And if you want to do newsletters and you don't know how to do it, don't worry. ChatGPT will help you, and you can use what it puts in there. Listen, I use it straight up. I look at it and read it and go, man, that's good. I'm going to use it. As long as it doesn't put anything in there that's not true, or something that I didn't put. As long as your prompt that you're writing is good, ChatGPT is your friend, and it will create a perfect newsletter. You just have to put the parameters of how many letters, how much text you can have, what do you need to do. It writes a very good marketing letter, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how I do that, and we'll set up the next sale, and we'll go from there, and I'll show you what I do with the ChatGPT. So that's one of the things we're going to shoot for this week, and then that video will come out on Thursday. So I'll do that on Wednesday, and hopefully get it all done. So, or may have to actually shoot it on Tuesday because I leave on Wednesday. So we'll see how it goes. But I wasn't going to do that this week and show you guys how to do that, and give you guys some insight on how to use it for your business as well. So that's what's going on with us. I hope your business is doing great. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're staying safe, and you're not letting this economy drag you down. Just keep in mind, guys, with all the stuff that's going on, I think we're going to see a big boost in the secondary market for buying things. And I think you need to kind of keep looking at that. Look for the things that people need. I think people are going to be buying things they need more than the things they want. Make the exception of comics. There are a lot of people that still want comics. But I kind of think that, if you're one of these people that sell stuff that like shoes, and I picked up a whole bunch of sports equipment this weekend. Little bolo idea there. I picked up some really nice ball bats and some really nice baseball gloves, and listening to these moms talk and complain about how their kids are growing and they have to buy all this stuff new. I'm thinking, man, what an opportunity, because get that stuff listed if you got it, because parents are looking. They don't want to go out and spend $200 on a new baseball glove. They'd love to spend $50 on a new baseball glove because it's going to cost them. They don't want to spend $200 on a baseball bat. They could spend $75 on a baseball bat. So I've got some that I think are going to sell. Keep that stuff out there and get it going, because you're not only doing something for yourself, but you're helping people too. So, and that's what's important. So anyway, I'm David Beckham, BreezeFlippers. We'll see you.